Hey, badges are mad hard to grind this year, so if y'all need any help, hit up LegitGrinderz. Links in the description. Just make sure you tell them Travion sent you. Alright, what's good, y'all? We're back with another video, and in a previous video I showed y'all I hit 99 overall, but as you guys can see right now, I'm back to a 98. And that's because like the overall rating system this year is low-key flawed to where you can have good games in rec or 3-on-3 pro-am and still lose your rating. So you can be a 99, have a good game, and be knocked back down to a 98. Okay, but today I got y'all with a method for grinding to hit 99 if you just haven't hit it yet, and I also got a method just to gain it back. Like I'm gonna show you guys how I normally do whenever I lose mine. All I ask is that y'all drop a like on this video and subscribe if you're new. But let's get started. First things first, you need to go to your options, settings, and I advise that you play on pro. You can play on 5 minutes. The first game I'm gonna show you guys I did on 5, but I think 6, maybe even 7 minutes, depending on how good you are, is best. Okay, because there's a couple things required to really doing this method, and you have to do them specifically. Like there's no way around it. These are the only ways for you to really get the 99 overall at the end of the games in my career, because like I said, it is flawed. But let's get started. All right, there's a couple things you got to do to make sure you're getting that 99 overall rating at the end of the game. Number one, you got to get your takeover, but you can't use it until right before it's halftime. And when I say right before, literally, I mean like seconds before the buzzer goes off and you're going into the third quarter. Like literally, you need to make sure that there's enough when you use it to where you'll still have some takeover in the second half, because it's important that the game registers that you had takeover in the first and the second half. Not sure why it's like that, but that's step one. Oh, and when you're trying to get your takeover, it's best that you shoot threes. Threes give you the largest boost to your takeover, just like it was last year. Layups and stuff like that are still very good. You just got to make sure that you're getting more of them, because it's going to take more layups than it is going to take threes. So a lot of times when I was doing this method, I was coming up the court, I was either at the hash or at the top of the key, and either I was doing snatchbacks to get myself open for three, or I was calling screens and then waiting till the AI got stuck. Or like you see in this clip right here, on fast breaks, when I'm leaking out, I'm not going to do layups and stuff at the rim. I'm trying to get the largest boost to my takeover possible, so I'm stopping at the 3-point line, stopping and popping and catching and letting go from three. That's the best way to do this. Step two, you want to make sure that you get up by 25 points before halftime. That way, as soon as the third quarter starts, you can sim out. That's literally the whole point of this. That's why you want to play on like 5 to 6 minute quarters, play on low quarters. It doesn't really matter how many points you score. You just want to get that takeover right before that little half ends. You want to make sure you use it, and then after that, you're good. So you see, I got mine from that rebound. Luckily, I got super lucky. I turned it on immediately, and then it doesn't even matter what kind of shot you take afterward. I just took an extra shot right there, and then after that, as soon as the third quarter starts, sometimes I play like 1 or 2 possessions. It just depends. And then after that, you're up by 25. All right, cool. Quit, sim out with VC, and then it's gonna show you guys in a second that I get that 99 overall. Normally I do get 99.5 or 99. It just depends. Normally I get 99.5 with this method. I personally have not gotten like a 99.9 game from this, so the rest you probably just have to grind out and park if you're really chasing that extra +5 on all your attributes. But you guys see it right here, and then it was like my new overall is 98. But another thing I want to mention to you guys is when it comes to teams. Now in the first clip I showed you guys, I was on the Clippers, and it was kind of hard to go up by 25 because even though we had all those elite defenders, our bench was so trash. I couldn't keep the 25 point leads to really like do this method effectively. So I switched to the Lakers, and not sure why, but they play Anthony Davis longer, and everybody knows he's a really good defender in this game. So I have him, I have LeBron, Danny Green, and myself. We all some good defenders, Avery Bradley, and it was easier to keep up and to keep the bigger leads. Plus, AD and LeBron just hoop harder than Kawhi and Paul George on the game. I don't know why, but Paul George is broke. So once I switched to this team, it actually made the method a lot easier. And for anybody wondering my build, I am a shot creator. So if you have a build like me or offensive threat, anything perimeter based, I recommend that you put on catch and shoot. I recommend that you put on downhill, would actually be very good. Downhill, catch and shoot. I don't think you don't really need difficult shots, because doing the fading threes is not really efficient enough. And if you take a bad shot, or even if it's a good shot and 2K just says it's bad because you missed it, you're gonna lose chunks of your takeover. So I really wouldn't even try the fading threes. But range extender, downhill, and catch and shoot, I think is what you're mainly gonna need on here, because if you guys are watching, all I'm really doing is looking for threes. It's the fastest way to get my takeover. So look, I'm calling for a screen, and as soon as I don't know why the AI does it, but as soon as you call for the screen, a lot of times they just back up and then I shoot. And the reason why you want to have that Hall of Fame range extender is because sometimes you're pulling from deep, like you see right there in that clip right there. And also, I highly recommend handles for days, because even though I'm showing y'all some good clips, there are some possessions where I low-key get clamped up. Like the CPU is on me for real, and they're not letting me do anything. So I have the ball and I'm dribbling like the whole shot clock trying to get open. So I would also recommend that. And I don't know, just basic shooting badges that help you shoot. Hot Zone Hunter will be great. Also Green Machine, that'll keep you consistent and hitting in there, so you're not really missing shots. Because like I said, man, this game be tripping sometimes. Sometimes you take a shot that's really good and 2K will say it's bad solely because you missed, and then you lose chunks of your takeover. So you got to be careful with that. Also, make sure you're not doing nothing too risky and you're not getting turnovers, because that'll really make you lose your takeover as well. But that's really it for this video. I hope this method works for you guys. I know it's kind of hard to get your rep up in rec and everywhere else because it's low-key flawed, but me personally, I did most of mine in park. It was still frustrating, but whenever I lose my 99, sometimes I come back in here, go get it back for a game, and you see right there 99.1. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Drop a like, subscribe if you're new. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Lemonade drippin', lemonade sippin', lemonade gettin'. All of my niggas is drippin'. Ric Flair the whip, you diggin'. All of my niggas is jiggin'.